Hi, welcome to the educational podcast on Maker Ed with, I'm Caroline Keep. You've been watching. Hello, nice to see you all again. So today I'm up with Pimoroni. Now, if you're the person who's pronouncing that wrong, you've got it wrong. So Tanya here is from Pimoroni. If you've not heard of them, go Google Pimoroni. We'll put a link into this on the bottom of this actual episode itself. So Tanya, you're a brilliant maker and you do a whole bunch of stuff at Pimoroni. So tell me, you do a lot of your own products here, don't you?
We make like everything that starts with a PIM number. So that's how you remember
this is how you remember it.
Everything that starts with a PIM number is made by our own fair hands right here in Sheffield. We have a full production line from cutting things out with lasers, it's fun, to developing circuit boards, putting those circuit boards together, testing them, and all the way through packing, kitting, and finally posting out to our lovely customers.
Which it leads me to the question. So Pimoroni is one of the companies that I buy from quite a lot in my Makerspace to do a lot of the lessons that I do and a lot of the kit that I've got. So you're previously a teacher.
Yeah.
So a lot of the things that you put together is very teacher friendly, isn't it?
Yeah, we're sort of makers and educators. That's what we describe ourselves as. And we make tech treasure. So it's kind of stuff that gets you interested in tech, and it's easy for kids to pick up as well as adults. And we try and support it as much as we can so that it's something that people can just pick up and have a go with.
Yeah, because you do. So my Makerspace has ordered just recently all our pies for our new pie lab, and you do things like school discounts for Makerspaces, don't you?
Yep. So if it's on our own stuff, it's up to 40% off, which is a huge saving.
Huge difference on those budgets, guys.
Yeah. So all you need to do is just email us, and we'll set you up with a schools account.
Yeah, you do this thing as well where you set up on school systems, don't you, for school ordering, which is one of those big bugbears if you've got a school ordering system where you're like, we have to require the ordering system. So you guys set that up as well, don't you?
Yeah.
So it makes it like nice and smooth.
We try to remove all those barriers to like actually wanting to get stuff. Having been a teacher, I know how annoying it is when you're like, I just want this one thing for my classroom, but then you have to go through mountains of paperwork to get it. We try and reduce that as much as possible.
So what are your favourite bits that you use? Because you do loads of outreach. We came in today and Tanya was doing outreach that she's getting together for a museum, I believe it was.
For an art gallery. So I'm currently working with an art gallery, museums. We're working with schools, STEM ambassador work as well, code clubs. So there's a lot that we're kind of doing, which is good because it means that we get to see how people are using what we make, and then we can develop future things based on how people are using them.
Which is great.
So my favourites, I use the microbit add-ons quite a lot. So probably well aware of the microbit, but we make add-ons that you just slot in, so there's no kind of like soldering, there's no kind of
we've been meddling around at the moment,
fiddling around with nuts and bolts or anything like that. It's literally just slot it in and then get started with it. So we make all sorts of sensors, speakers, all sorts of things. They're quite fun.
So the speakers recently we've been meddling with to make our builds nice. There's some lovely kind of things you can do with speakers cross curriculum. So speaker based ones are a great one to get them talking in history and art, various other bits. So you do a lot of quick support as well. You know, you have this moment where you can almost tweet you guys up or email you up and basically go, I have no idea what I'm doing with this one.
I mean, we're still quite a small company, but our support is like really, really good. So we've got a couple of people working on support full time. So if you have a question, it's probably going to get answered like really rapidly. And
you do as well a whole bunch of, you have a learning portal.
We have a learning portal. On the learning portal you can look at tutorials so you can learn how to use things, ideas for activities, and we also have some printables that you can download. They're just PDFs, so download them, print as many as you need for your classroom.
It just makes it really accessible, which is why we're up today to talk to Tanya. So if you've not seen Pimoroni, go check out Pimoroni. Okay, there's a whole bunch of stuff on there. Pim
like Pims.
Pim like Pims. Like the stuff all teachers are drinking over Christmas. So Pimoroni, even I do it. So if you've not seen it, go check it out. And we've been wandering around here today and had a good look at all of the stuff that's here. There's some really, really good little builds on there for your classes. So if you're having a bit of a look, you can go through all the resources and see exactly what's on it. Today, we've come up today, it's my birthday today. And if you look, I want to just give a quick shout out today at this. I know I'm old, but my Mabel t-shirt, my Mabel jumper that Dan Lynch from Oddcamp made me. So I'm absolutely thrilled to be wearing my Mabel jumper because I'm that level of
kind of jealous.
No,
kind of jealous.
It's like
not kind of jealous, a lot jealous.
It's
so
like,
Dan, make me one, please.
Yeah, Zine, you probably got an ordering kit for that one.
Yeah.
What's your, in a geek out sort of way, if you were a maker or you're a teacher that wants to get started in makers, what's some of the things you can go to? What's your favourite events to go to? Talking about, so Dan Lynch does Oddcamp. If you're not checked that out, go check it out. I do Makefest, the Festival of Making in Liverpool. But obviously, what's your favourite ones to go to?
Well, anything community driven, basically. I don't like going to trade fairs and things like that, so that's something we try and avoid. But raspberry jams, anything to do with making. Sometimes, libraries or museums will put on a hands-on STEM kind of activity. Nice. Love to go to things like that. Yeah. So, but if you want to get started with Raspberry Pis and things like that, Raspberry Jams definitely.
Yeah, Raspberry Jams is a big one.
Yeah.
So you can go and go to Raspberry Jams and learn a whole bunch about Raspberry Pi as you go into them that you can then bring into your classroom.
And there's a list of all of those on the Raspberry Pi website as well.
Yeah, they are. So I kind of like going to those ones that are very community driven and community based. So one of the things we were talking about on this one was I wanted to give a broad scope of the community that's out there.
Yeah.
So there's our community of makers is quite vast. So there is lots of support for each other.
Yeah.
So we do talk to each other a lot, and we kind of share our resources, share our time, share our expertise with each other. So going to kind of community events is a really nice way to kind of get into the community itself.
It's because people bring along their projects, and so you've instantly got something to talk about as well. So even if you know nobody there, there's always something, as a talking point. And then once you kind of start talking about one thing, it's like, have you seen this thing over there? And have you seen that one? And you end up picking up so many ideas just by going to one of those days.
And I think it can be, because there'll be a lot of teachers out here that have no experience in the maker community. And one of the things I've said about setting up a makerspace is to be involved in the maker community overall. Yeah. Because, there's very rarely you see a makerspace that's in isolation from the rest of the maker community. Yeah. So if you want to first start getting into making, a really good thing to do is start going out to the community and start, following people. And Tanya Fish is on, she's on Twitter along with me. You can follow people that I follow, and start building a bit of that sort of community so you can talk to people about these things. And it is quite nerve-wracking when you first go. You first have that moment where you kind of like, oh my God, this is like intense technology. And then you get there and people are really generous in explaining it. Yeah. They're really nice in explaining their projects nicely and exactly what they can use them for.
Yeah, and I find that people are really helpful. Like if they've made something for use, like in the classroom, they're quite happy to share it as well. So you could probably go around a maker fair or something like that, or a Makefest or whatever, and you probably come back with about at least 10 lesson ideas, if not more.
Yeah.
So it's kind of reducing the workload as well.
Yeah.
Which I like, because when I was teaching, it was like I was making all my own resources and I was kind of getting really, really tired. But with this, it's just like, oh, that's cool. How do you do that? Oh, I've got a sheet. Yeah. And it's just that kind of culture of sharing.
Yeah, and I think that's quite an important one to kind of get across. If you do stuff, trying to share and improve. So I do a lot of sharing with me and Chris Huffy from Little Sandbox. If you're not checking them out, go check them out. Me and him share an awful lot. So we tend to take a build over and I'll go play with that and he'll go look at this and I'll go look at that. So we tend to share quite a lot of ours. So we end up with better builds overall. Yeah. So they're a great way to kind of improve and iterate your builds really and get them down to something that's really good.
I think as well as if you take some build along to one of these events and you see people interacting with it, you think of how you can improve it next time and what you can do kind of in addition to it, which is kind of...
So how would you like to see more makerspaces in schools? I mean, this sounds ironic because I want to see more makerspaces in schools, but we've got kind of quite a little movement going on where they're popping up now.
Yeah.
So we've got, Donna Rawlin we're going to be talking to, who's got her primary makerspace. So there's quite a few coming up now where they're saying, yeah, we want to get involved and we want to put one in.
I think there needs to be more things like this in schools because a lot of the arts are being removed gradually and eroded away, and I think Makerspace ties together the arts with other subjects, so you can build it as a whole, so it becomes like a holistic approach to the curriculum, and it's very, very engaging for students.
Which is a lovely point to make, Tanya, because that's the recent Ofsted, if everybody's been looking, has pointed out that that's what they're looking for now, a holistic approach to the curriculum.
Is it? Oh God, did I just quote Ofsted?
Yes, you did. I think they're looking for a broad range of enrichments, and they're looking for the curriculum to be now more a curriculum based so you can drive it. So
there you go.
They are looking for this, and they are looking for us to enrich those kinds of curriculums. So me and Tanya are going to go get lunch. So I'm going to say thank you so much for watching. I'm going to put a whole bunch of links to Pimoroni down on the bottom and where you can find everything and what sort of things you can find for it. And next time I'll catch you in MySpace. Thanks. See you later. Bye.